In this video, I have compiled a list of the top 5 best mechanical gaming keyboard in the market that are worth buying. So let's get started. Number 5. If you feel that bigger isn't necessarily better, you'll want to take a peek at the Untitled Pro 2, the best compact gaming keyboard that we've tested. It's a 60% compact keyboard that takes up very little space on your desk. Its frame is plastic, but it feels very sturdy, and it is high quality, double-shot PBT keycaps with a matte finish. It has exceptionally low latency over a wired connection. However, you can also connect it wirelessly via Bluetooth, which is great for productivity but not something we recommend for gaming, as the latency is much higher over a Bluetooth connection. The unit we purchased has tactile gather and brown switches that don't require much force to actuate. The pre-travel is slightly higher than other mechanical switches, which some gamers might be disappointed with. That said, it's also available in a wide variety of other switch types, including linear switches, which many gamers prefer for their responsiveness. Number 4. Your heart set on a wireless keyboard, then the Logitech G915 is a great example of the genre. It's not a peripheral we believe requires wireless functionality. We much prefer a wireless gaming mouse or wireless gaming headset. But there are a few moments when a wireless keyboard is helpful, like gaming on the couch or if you regularly move your keyboard between devices and locations. You'll be required to spend a little bit more for wireless functionality than what we tend to see for wired mechanical keyboards with similar features. The Logitech G915 is $250, £210. There's a slightly cheaper TKL version, but not so much so that we'd instantly recommend it over the full-size model. What you get for that significant cash investment is a sleek and sturdy board, plated in brushed aluminum. There are some smart media controls in the upper right-hand corner of the board, including a volume wheel that feels great to twizzle, and there's a handful of macro keys down the left side of the keyboard. These can be programmed to whatever you see fit on a per app or per game basis within the Logitech G software. Macro functionality has been shifted to a secondary program of the function keys, can be flipped via the Logitech G gaming software in order to prioritize macro functionality, in which case the FN key will revert F112 back to the original input. Beneath that stylish exterior lies fantastically responsive KO-made GL key switches. You can pick from linear, tactile, or clicky, and we recommend the latter if you really want to make a racket. It packs in all this without a massive overall footprint, too, coming in as one of the sleeker boards of the lot today. The wired Cherry MX 10.0 has it beat there, though, for better or worse. Yet there's a reason that I use this keyboard most days when I'm working from home. It feels great to type on over the course of an entire day, and its low-profile standing takes some of the strain off my wrists. I don't feel the need for a wrist rest when I'm leaning my wrists on the desk, either. Number 3. Cable management isn't your strong suit, and luckily, there are options. The best wireless gaming keyboard we've tested is the Razer Black Widow V3 Pro. It connects wirelessly using its dedicated USB receiver or Bluetooth. You can pair it with up to 3 devices simultaneously, great if you're streaming, gaming, or filming in a multi-device setup. Its latency is incredibly low no matter what connection style you use, so it's well up to the task of gaming in any genre. The clicky Razer green switches in our unit feel light to actuate and provide a nice satisfying clicky noise. However, you can get the board with linear Razer yellow switches if you'd prefer something quieter and with no tactile feedback. Since it's a premium board, it comes with many additional features, like dedicated media controls, a programmable wheel, and Windows key lock, so you won't accidentally minimize your game. Unfortunately, it comes with ABS keycaps, which are prone to developing shine from the oil on your fingers, and some keys don't work on Mac OS. Also, the software is only available on Windows. However, it does have onboard memory, so you can save settings and use them on a computer that doesn't have the software installed. Overall, this is an outstanding gaming option if you want a full-size keyboard with exceptional wireless versatility. Number 2. you want to go the extra mile and upgrade to the absolute best of the best, it's hard to find a more premium option than the Corsair K100 RGB. Be warned, though, this is a big keyboard. Its enormous footprint still requires some desk clearing before it can be nested comfortably. But feature-wise, the K100 RGB's got it all. The fundamental core of the K100 is very much like the K95, with the same premium quality throughout, the same overall design, the same macro keys down the left-hand side, the same metal roll in the top right corner, the same media keys just below it, and the same double-shot keycaps. But look a bit closer and there are differences. The switches in this particular model are completely new, and are in fact Corsair's first optical offering. Then there's the big glowing IQ control wheel in the top left-hand corner, which takes on a number of guises depending on what mode it's in. You can use it to skip music tracks, adjust light levels, use it as a zoom or scroll wheel, plus a few more. There's an aggressive amount of RGB in this keyboard too. In total there are now 44 zones for you to throw light out of. It spills out of the sides as well as out of the back. And having rippling, wavy patterns play off your keyboard can be every bit as distracting as you can imagine. Bright lights aside, Corsair's new OPX optical mechanical switches can be found under the Corsair K100 RGB Opticals PBT double-shot keycaps. It's worth noting from the outset that the OPX switches are still digital units, not the variable analog type that can be found in the likes of the wooden keyboards, which can detect how far down the key is pressed and respond by turning harder. These switches still feel great for typing, with a 1mm actuation point and 45 grams actuation force, bottoming out at 3.2mm. If those figures don't mean much to you, they're very sensitive. I found myself watching my fingers in games as I turned left and right without realizing I'd actually started pushing down on the keys. This is a sensitive keyboard, and needs to be treated as such. After a week of use though, it feels incredible to work and play with. When it comes to software, Corsair Axon hyperprocessing technology supports a native polling rate of 4000 Hz, though it's set to 1000 Hz by default. You can even use the little IQ wheel on the top of the board to play around with the lighting. All in all, you're looking at an excellent key response, a decent spread of keys for most hand sizes, a satisfying tactile click to each press, and wonderfully dimpled keys to help you rest your fingers when you're not actually pressing down. While this all seems quite obvious, it shows that the K100 RGB nails the basics, as well as including the fancy extras, and that's why it's top of the list. Number 1. The SteelSeries Apex Pro is the best wired gaming keyboard we've tested. This high-end model comes in full or TKL size and has a unique feature that allows you to adjust the pre-travel distance of each key on a per-key basis. It means you can set the distance lower while gaming for a more responsive feel or set it higher while typing to reduce the risk of typos. As this is a premium board, it has tons of extra features, including dedicated media keys, full RGB backlighting, and an OLED screen that allows you to make settings or lighting adjustments directly on the keyboard without using any software. It also has onboard memory to save your customized settings. The linear OmniPoint switches feel smooth and light to press, and when combined with the board's extremely low latency, your gaming experience will feel very responsive and fluid. Unfortunately, it isn't available in any other switch type, so if you're a fan of the iconic noise of clicky switches or you want the feedback of tactile switches, you won't find that on this board. Also, while the plushy wrist rest is comfortable and adds great ergonomic support during use, it's prone to attracting dust, so you'll have to clean it frequently. With that said, this is one of the best mechanical keyboards for gaming, and it's an outstanding choice if you're looking for a feature-packed keyboard. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all for now. I hope you guys liked this video. If this video is helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope to see you guys in the next video.